Everybody. I'm back today trying to get some of my creative mojo back. I feel like I lost a little bit of it the last few weeks. So I have some simple tags I'm just going to try and put together and decorate just to kind of be doing something. How's everybody today? These were all made with leftover scraps. And some of the other things I've made over the last few months, weeks, I sometimes used portions of paper, and then there was other, parts of it still left. And so I went through a bunch of my bigger scraps. I have this folder where I have all my like fussy cutting projects. Like I used them for something, and I fussy cut out one of these birds for something at some point, and then I had a whole, few extra birds, so I lined up and punched out holes for that. And then this was some random paper I used with, I made this on my gel plate with a stamp and some, I don't think I used distress inks. I think I used sorry, I'm trying to make sure it's upright. With some of the powdered ink products that I have. Anyway, so a lot of these are just, I went through and cut out big circle tags because I love circles, and then I thought I pulled out a bunch of sticker things, portions of it's called pet tape. Some of it is washi, some of it is the pet tape, some washi stickers, and then I have a handful of different little labels that I'm going to use. I just figured it was a way to get some extra ephemera made when I'm looking for something quickly. Okay, so far I'd lined these up nicely. Nope, not this one. There we go. But yeah, anyway, I took a bunch of scraps, and then I'm going to try and make some nice tags out of these, much like I see a couple of different artists do. Sorry, I just realized I should have glued most of these down and just done a few on camera. But yeah. Yeah, anyway, how's everybody's Friday going? I'm going to work on this, and then I point in my, see, here's some of that paper I made. I I was playing with I don't think it was, they're paper artsy. I've shown them before. But I don't know if I've actually used those on my gel plate. So maybe these are distress inks that I put down and then messed with. Huh. Anyway, I apologize that I didn't have these. So you can see they kind of came out kind of cool. I have a bunch of I did a bunch of them. This was just a random one I found laying on in a pile that I had cut part of it, some of it out, and so I decided to most of these digitals I'm using are Collage Soup. But sometimes I'll print out a page, like when I made the floral tags and stuff. Or were they tags I made? They were cards, not tags. Maybe they were tags. Anyway, I print out a bunch of the Collage Soup things, and sometimes I only use certain parts of the page because there's an image I want, and so that's why I tried to cut out some images from those pages so that I still use them. I cut a whole bunch. These are the only ones that I kind of put together. And these were, I accidentally printed this. I had put together some images from digitals I bought. And I was supposed to print it out on vellum so that it had that sort of see-through look, and it accidentally printed on cardstock, or I forgot to change the paper, so it's not accidental. I just forgot what I was doing in my haste to get it done. And so I had this extra sheet of just random images that, you know, they're like vintage tickets, but it just kind of lined them all up on a page randomly because I wanted to be able to tear it or cut out pieces of it. And I wasn't expecting it to be the way that it was. So, yeah. I just realized I should probably have inked it a little before putting the glue on. Anyway, anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? I don't think I'm doing anything this weekend. Taylor Swift announced this morning that next weekend there's going to be, just for the weekend, a special showing at the theaters of you know, like a release party for her album that comes out next Friday. And we, of course, got excited. You know, my daughter and her friends that went to Germany, all of the ones of us that went. So, and it was kind of a nightmare because everything was failing. They made this big announcement, and then the actual theaters couldn't keep up with the purchasing as usual. And so we almost didn't, I don't know. My daughter's friend who was trying to get them initially, she got charged 3 times but never got tickets. And then I finally said, well, I'll work on it because, you know, they're working and I'm not working. So why should they be trying to fight whatever was going wrong with here where I live, we don't have, are they Regent? And we don't have AMC anymore. I believe we only have, near me, Cinemark theaters. And so I was going through the Cinemark app because I have it, and trying to purchase them. And finally I was able to, but I also got charged and then nothing. It was kind of a crazy, like, every time Taylor Swift announces something, and sorry guys, I'm trying to figure out how these washi tape stickers come off. Oh, how fun that I just took off the actual, but I can't get the washi part sticker off. There we go. I don't know why they don't actually plan for, because anything she touches crashes. Because we're all crazy trying to get the tickets and the events. And I mean, it was like the Eras tour all over again. It was like, why is this not working? But finally, on my second attempt, I did get tickets for us. So, I mean, one of the girls that went, she doesn't live here anymore. She lives in another state. So unfortunately, she's not going with us, but we're going to make a whole evening of it. We're going to go to dinner and then the movie. And I'm excited. And my husband, I'm sure, is excited that he does not have to go to something like that with me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that next weekend. It's always, I think it's always fun to go to things like that. Even if you don't like Taylor Swift, there may be some other event. Oh good, my cat is starting to wail in the other room. So if you hear him, I'm very sorry. I don't know about that one there. This tiny little book of stickers. But yeah, so that's what my mornings consisted of. That and more neighbors, or the same neighbors, well, the same houses doing more construction. It's been kind of, I feel like it's been kind of crazy the last few months around us. They're like redoing and I'm like, I thought we were going into a recession here in the United States, but maybe because of that people are trying to get work done early. I don't know. So on some of these cards, I may go back and do a little bit of sewing on them. There were a couple that I thought that would be, I mean, I'm not doing anything too crazy. I'm just trying to put something a little more decorative on them so that they're not so boring. And I have tons of stickers. Let's put some red on this one because it's kind of, I got these for a lot of these papers for like a journal, and they just didn't end up being sorry, I'm trying to see which way this goes now that I've cut it off. Actually, I don't know. I'm just going to put that to the side. Maybe I won't use that. I have this fun anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think I have to cut all of this. Do I like this? I like this little thing that says cool next to it. I think these are supposed to be stickers. There we go. Wow, sometimes these washi stickers are so crazy. Let's see. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. Trying to be creative without taking too much of your time. Yeah. Let's not put them upside down. Oh boy. But I just thought some little things like this would be nice on pages or in a journal, or and so sometimes I wish I had, I think it's always like this. It's the same way when I used to scrapbook, and it was hard for me because I would see other people's work and I would get so much, not necessarily FOMO, but I would feel like I didn't have the exact things that they have, and mine won't look as good. And I'm trying to get past that because I have, I think, plenty of items. I have bought lots of digital. I used to be really sort of anti-digital, but sorry, I'm trying to see. It's really overcast today, which makes for decent filming, but when I'm trying to see little things. So yeah, there we go. But I didn't scrapbook as much as I could have when I was involved with that, because I was always concerned that I didn't have the right. I would see somebody make something and I'd be like, I don't have anything that neat to use. And I ended up getting out of scrapbooking a lot of sorry, I was going to use that one, but it has a lot of this is a collection of stickers from Recollections, which is, I think, a Michael's brand. Oh wait, maybe this would be good there. And so it really kind of froze me in my creative decision making, because I would see something that someone would do and I'd be like, I don't have that, and it was like I couldn't get my mind around how to do it without having the exact same items. But when I got away from that scene, when I stopped scrapbooking for those many years, later on I realized it doesn't really, you just got to pull out stuff and put it down. And so that's what I'm trying to learn to do, is how to do you know, how to stay creative and be creative without worrying so much about not having the right products. And it's been, I don't know, I've been doing pretty good, I think, this year, because I don't have a lot of the products that I have. I don't have a lot of I've mentioned this before, but I'm not currently working. I've, you know, been looking for a job, and it hasn't been an easy process, because there's just not, especially this year, there's not been a ton available. And I don't want to get into a job I hate. I'm one of the, I count myself lucky. I'm one of those that's lucky enough to be able to have a choice. And my husband just wants me to find, you know, something to do that I'm happy doing. And so I have applied at ones that interest me. But the you know, I'm not the only one that's, I've had quite a few people say this, mention this to me too, people that other people I know that are looking for work, that it is hard to get anybody to even respond to your, you know, you turn in your resume and most of the time you don't hear back. And so it's been tough. But I've also, well, I don't have, it's not like that I have health issues. It's just that I have, did I just put that on upside down? I did. Jeez. Sorry, if I don't pay attention, I put things upside down. Anyway, yeah, so it's been, oh, my point is that I can't just go out and buy all of the, you know, newest things and everything that's here and there, because, you know, I have a budget because I'm not working. And so I have to learn to do what I can with what I have. And it's been a real good learning curve for me this year. Or, you know, since starting, this one has pink. Oh boy, I don't know what I want to do with that. I feel like I have a lot of pale colored things, but I don't have a lot of, I mean, I have pink, but that seems, oh, I don't know. Let me put this one off to the side. Yeah, anyway. So if you're out there trying to find a job and you're finding it difficult, you are not alone. It's been quite an interesting year and a half for me. But thankfully, I have this that keeps me, well, I mean, I do most of the cooking and cleaning at this point, and errand running, and my husband works. He works long hours and he works hard at his job, so. What is going on with this? It seems like these stickers can come off without cutting them out, but then when I try to take them off, I'm getting just nothing. This is fun. This came in some kind of, I want to say journal kit is what they were calling it. It came with all kinds of things in it, including like a notebook, washi stickers, cards, I showed this sort of flippy envelope thing I did based on Margreth in our Seven Plaza. Anyway, the kit came with this little almost like seed packet envelope that I'm using as a pocket. And so I haven't had a lot of practice with these. I may not do all these cards today just because. Does anyone want to sit through all of that? Nope. So, but I don't know. These are turning out better than I expected. They're very fun. Wow, that one is very small. I think this is a Tim Holtz one. I love the color of it. Sorry, I was trying to get that stuck on there without it being crooked. But yeah, so it's been interesting learning to distract myself. Sorry, I'm thinking again. Or not thinking. I'm not sure which way to say that. I'm just looking through my pile of stuff, trying to think. Because I wanted one of these red ones with a white background. So maybe I can just cut off. I have a white background, but I don't think the pink goes. What's the red all that great? These ones all have, yeah. That's probably my best bet. I don't know. I don't know what these plants are on here. Rose hips? They look like, it looks like some of them are cherries, but I don't think this thing is a cherry, so that's kind of weird. You know, I buy these tapes off of Etsy. And sometimes you get them and they look a little different than what you expected. That's not too bad. Put something with some red. I don't see anything with like, maybe this is a little bit pink. So I'm just trying to build up these last ones a little bit here. Because you're probably listening to this going, okay, get to the point, Jennifer. Sorry, I'm literally trying to read what some of these things say. But what I really enjoy about watching Seven Plaza, Margreth, create is that sometimes she doesn't care what it says. She says, that looks good, and she puts it down, and that's like the... And so I'm trying to be a little more, okay, just do it. Don't overthink it too much. So, yeah. Some of these will probably look better than other ones. But the point is to just have some easy labels that I can grab and add to a project without thinking too much about it. Yeah. Did I ask about everyone's plans? Yeah. I don't have anything planned for this weekend. Actually, it's not next weekend. It's not next weekend. Whenever the weekend that Taylor Swift. So October 4th, I'm going to her. We're going to the release party weekend thing at the theaters. I thought that was next weekend, but actually next weekend is still September. Ugh, these last few weeks just go so fast. Of the year, I mean. Like, January and February felt like never ending. And then suddenly, next thing I know, it's almost October. And it's time to start thinking about Christmas and all the other fun things like that. I need something on here, guys. What is it? I think I need another tag or something. I don't have a circular one. Oh, and I've buried all my tags. Ugh. I just feel like I need something here. This one looks pretty good. I like this lime one, or I assume that's a lime. This says, I will remember. I will remember 35. Yeah, I don't remember 35 at all. So maybe if I put... Okay, I think I like that. Let's see how it actually looks on there. As everything clings to me. Nope. I feel like it's, oh, good, it's clung to the sticker. Sorry, I thought it was going, oh boy, I don't know about this now. Let me take this shiny gold sticker off if I can. That's a little bit, the gold sticker was not doing it for me on there. But no, I think this gold sticker is just not cutting it for me here. I may have to pull out some words or something. Oh, sorry guys, spacing off there trying to figure out what my next move is here. And 50 minutes later, you guys are stuck watching this really long thing. Yeah. I don't know, everything, I'm pretty happy with them in general, actually, so I don't know. The only thing that's I feel like these numbers could be somewhere. But I feel like these numbers could go anywhere. But I feel like I need something. Yeah. This needs a little something. Yeah, I like the numbers on there. Added a little something to that one. So we have eight big stickers, 2 little stickers for now. That's not too bad. I need just a sticker page of numbers, because things always look better with numbers on them. Don't we think? Guys, I could sit here for forever and keep adding things to these, so I should probably get off here. Stop trying to add things to them. I'll probably actually, I put it in here so I'd have it close by. Probably the best thing to do is just to do some speckles on there. I could get out ink and actually splatter them, but I think that just some little, I wish I could find my tiny ink. I used to have one of these, but tiny. I don't know what I did with it. But this will probably be what everything needs. Yep, it's always the speckles. Everything always looks better with a little bit of always. Even on or especially on white. Oh yeah. It's exactly what every tag needed. Just a little bit. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm wreaking havoc all over my area because I'm trying to do this with stuff all over the place. Sorry, I want to do one last. I tell you, splattering spreckles, those are always the last little. It's always that last little accent that really makes the page for me. This one is, I don't know what to do about this one. This is not my favorite. I like all the rest of them a lot, so that's good. And I can use them in many different projects. So yeah, there we go. I made 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 little tags. That's pretty good for today. I may go on and stamp some numbers or something extra. I'm not sure. Oh, maybe that's what that needs. Just like, yeah. Or a number. No, I just put a number on there. Oh, what about number over there? Oh gosh, what about that? You know what? I like that. Sorry, I feel like my art glitter ink is like spewing out a lot of ink. There, I needed a little more of a contrasting. Okay, I don't hate it now. Great. Oh, awesome. I didn't hate it. I just did. It wasn't my favorite. But now I kind of like these. These are very fun. Yeah. Maybe a little. I don't know if that color seems right. Here's a little. You guys, these tags are so tiny. Oh gosh, there's someone yelling out there. Well, yelling and greeting. All right. Okay, stop. I'm going to stop now because then you'll get stuck with me doing. I'm just going to keep adding. I think it's just that I like a little bit of the contrast colors. And I could put them on tags or as accents on a page. All right. So that was a good little creative session. I feel like this needs a little bit of shadowing to make the word catalog stick out. Sorry, I don't want to get this wet. I should get it wet. It's like a Stabilo, but I just wanted that word catalog to stand out a little bit more. Yeah, anyway. So there we go. Some tags quickly. I'll probably continue to play with them after. But yeah. Guys, thanks for joining me. This is kind of like a craft with me day. Sorry that I don't quite I shouldn't apologize, but if you made it through the whole video and watched me, thank you. I really do appreciate every single one of my new subscribers. I'm hoping, I would love someday to be one of those YouTubers that you just enjoy to go on and watch them blather, but of course I have to learn to talk more about more interesting things. I could talk about what I'm reading next time. at the moment I'm on book 6, I think, of the Agatha Christie's Poirot. I always think I'm saying it wrong. I'm trying to read my way through those. I just watched all the whole British series, and it was really, I really enjoyed it. So now I'm reading them, because a lot of them were adapted differently, so it's not like, oh, I read them and now I can't, I mean, I watched them and now I can't read them. But sometimes the killers and the situations, they changed them, so I've been looking forward to, I've been reading the books in order. I've read most of the Miss Marple ones, and now, I mean, years ago, and so now I'm just reading the Poirot ones. I didn't like him years ago, or I was annoyed by him, but now that I'm older and I have my own idiosyncrasies, he makes sense to me. His wanting things to be neat and lined up, I'm like that quite often. So anyway, we could talk about that. I'm reading The Mystery of the Blue Train right now. And depending on where you look at it, it's either the 5th or the 6th, because I think sometimes people don't, or whoever's tabulating the numbers, they don't count the second book is called Poirot Investigates, but it's just a series of short stories. And so sometimes I don't know whether people actually count those as part of the series. It's weird. Anyway, but it's the 6th book I'm reading about him this year. So that's how I'm counting it. And it's always an entertaining and good time. All right. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate, I don't know, should I be showing you close-ups of the tags? I mean, you watched me make them. This one's fun because that's like ink. I just figured these would be great for, you know, like nature or birds or plants. This one, like I said, that's actually an ink bottle, so it could go into any kind of journal. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining me to make these little tags today. It felt good to get a little something done. You know, 10 new tags to add as accent pieces is always a good thing. I'm going to be working on, I'm still trying to do scrap timber. I will get an item or two made, I swear. And these would probably be, because they were made with scraps and, you know, some of the scraps of PET tapes that I have. And so I think they would all sort of count as scraps. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a great Friday, and take care, everybody.